just gonna das skills to pay the bills.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, 3-Way Cassette. It's not one way, it's not two ways, 3-Way. It's my first YouTube video of this year, of YouTube period. Had, did multiple attempts to start on YouTube, but things always got in the way. So I saw this topic and I thought about it. I used to watch the animated movie franchise as a kid and liked those movies a lot. And basically, if you've seen the thumbnail, you'll pretty much, see that it says live action. And it made me ponder, I'm just thinking the possibilities, because this could be really good, or this could be a cash grab and be really bad. Now, I used to watch this anime movie, as you see before you, and there was sequels to this animated movie. It's basically these chosen drivers they've been picked across the world to compete for the grand prize of $1 million something dollars, by this ringleader who reminds me of Raiden. He has an idea. He's after something, obviously, and he chose these drivers off of what he thinks they're capable of. You're probably wondering, how does he do this? Awesome Willy Wonka type stuff. He probably had an eye on them somehow, robotically. This guy happens to be a genius. I'm about to show you him right now. There we go. You're probably like, what? Wait a minute, isn't that Doctor Strange? Yes, I know. Very strange, right? No, this guy, Doctor Strange, I just do a picture of him in there, but he does look like a ringer for the real ringleader of this universe, or at least in the animated racing universe that I saw. The ringleader's name is Dr. Tesla, and this dude looks like a pretty good Dr. Tesla. You know what I mean? I'm about to show you Dr. Tesla right now. This is Dr. Tesla. Now, you are not going to tell me that that's not Benedict Cumberbatch. Come on, man. This dude, I'm telling you, man, this dude could do it, man. He could do it. Because Dr. Tesla, robot engineer, physicist. I'm just adding in there because this dude has been researching these ancient artifacts about these entities from a different realm. This is the part that gets interesting. He's been researching these entities from a different realm, and he believes these entities used to be on Earth. You know what I mean? And these entities left behind a port key, a way to these dimensional realms that the drivers he chose have to go through and drive on these roller coaster-esque, zany tracks that were purposely created as a challenge. And you're probably wondering, why would these entities, create these tracks in these vacant realms, supposedly vacant realms? We don't know why they're vacant. We just know the entities created tracks and perils in these realms and left them here for a human to take on this, assignment, if they can do it, because I'm gonna go on a limb here and say these entities are basically this universe's version of the Anunnaki. You probably like, what the heck's an Anunnaki? Anunnaki, which I didn't know until recent, like, I don't know, 2 years ago. Anunnaki was a group of entities, and the real world. It's a Sumerian mythology. I don't know. Some people think it really happened. Could have, I don't know. But it's a group of entities that was on Earth before Earth had humanoids on there. And basically these beings played, with DNA and genetics and created humans. You know what I mean? And basically, I'm going to limb here, created the wheel, or helped us understand how to create fire. You know what I mean? This stuff just writes itself. It writes itself, like, very easily. You know what I mean? That's why I know I read this new article today, and basically it was saying that the person was producing this live action movie of this animated series. He wanted to make it ground and gritty. I don't know what he mean by that. Hopefully he stays away from Fast and Furious logic. You know what I mean? Because that thing just, like, it went off the rails. But yeah, you know what I mean? The person producing this movie, this cat right here, he basically wants it ground and gritty. I don't know what you mean by that. Does that mean no more cars with gizmos in them? Because basically that's how Tesla created each and every individual car. They have gizmos in there, gizmos that benefits the drivers going against these perils and these individual in-dimensional realms. I guess you could make it grounded by keeping the rules of the movie, because that's how you suspend belief still, even though these people are doing the impossible. You have to create rules that cannot be changed, and if they are changed, there's a reason why they were changed, and that reason why is a plot twist or something that was altered somehow, that is explained and hinted at throughout the movie or somewhat. Not like Fast and Furious, where people who used to be people turn into freaking X-Men mutants and stuff, But anywho, yeah, this is the producer guy, J.J. Abrams. He has a good rap sheet. He brought back Star Wars for its destruction. Because once he left the franchise, that thing went downhill. And then I think he made that other movie, World War Z. Yeah, he made that thing too. And those, I know you shouldn't go by Rotten Potatoes, but the Rotten Potatoes on those movies were really good. So he might have, I don't know, he might have Slag, I don't know, he might have a way of doing it that, you know, doesn't upset the fans. The kids of the past used to watch these animated movies and, you know, love them. But my take, I think the vehicle should stick with them having gizmos in there, you know. And also my take is also they should definitely use the entities in this universe as the Anunnaki. I think that'll be a strong backstory. It'll explain why Dr. Tesla, if he even exists in this guy's re-envision live action movie, I don't know. I don't know where he's going with this. Hopefully he saw the animated movies too. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm hoping for. Because these entities, I'm about to show you. I don't know if I showed it. Probably not. These how the entities look like. They wear this bodysuit armor with this helmet on, and they're basically, and what do you call animal talking beings? Anamorphic. I think it's anamorphic. Yeah, it looks like a kangaroo slash slash dog looking mother lover. I don't know, man. Takes the helmet off. It's basically Beta Ray off a Marvel store. It looks like Beta Ray under there, man. And he has like, you know, animal type legs, like look like kangaroo legs or something. He has a tail too. These race of beings. That's how That's how I'm describing them. That's why they look. And yeah, they're Accelerons. That's their names. Basically, in this universe, their Anunnaki is the Accelerons. These people have the need for speed, need for progression. I'm going to limb here to get bored very quickly. Basically, they want humanity to catch up to them. That's what I'm getting for these people. They want humanity to catch up to them. Dr. Tesla wants to catch up to them, you know. But to do that, you have to take on their challenge. The challenge they left behind for the mortals of Earth. Through the port key, through these realms, you must race or drive a vehicle of some sort. You must be in an accelerated fashion to get through these tracks. Hence, racing these cars. These cars have to be modified. You know what I mean? So that's that. And basically, the drivers are they're trying to find, as told by Tesla, they have to find this lost artifact. This lost artifact will lead them to the final test, the final challenge that would lead them also to the realm of the Accelerons. And then you'll be exposed to their, you know, medical advances, their creative innovations, things that can push society into the future, a more healthier and lucrative one, you know? And that's what Tesla is intrigued about. But like I told you before, he can't do it himself because he's lacking maybe I didn't explain it. Tesla is lacking creative genius. I'm not saying he's not creative, but there's different kinds of geniuses. There's the smart guy genius, and then there's the artiste type of genius. And I think these entities, the Accelerons, want someone that can complete the tracks, you know, on first go. It's like a non-stop, you know, type thing. they stop here and there, but they usually take the same port key back to base, because once they got the message and once they got the vehicle delivered to their house, because Tesla delivered each and every contestant their vehicle, but came in person for the main character. Strange, very strange. Came in person for the main character. While watching the movie, I believe he probably thought this guy, or this, teenager, would be the one to finally get him that artifact. Vert Wheeler. Yep, Vert Wheeler. He's the main character, man. Teenager, just got his license. Was racing his best friend to his crib, and then he, surprisingly, I guess he thought it would been a little bit longer to get his license in the mail. He got his license that day, and to add more wood to the fire, surprisingly got a sweet ass car in his driveway, not knowing where the heck it came from until Dr. Tesla rolled up on him. It said he was chosen to compete in this great challenge. Now imagine you as a kid, this happening to you as you first get your license. You're like, man, this is the best day of my life. Heck yeah, I'll take you on your challenge, man. Especially the point of you being chosen for it. But at the time, you probably will be thinking, like, how does this guy know who the heck I am? And as a kid, you're probably not thinking that, was this guy watching me? Because Vert Wheeler is, he's a surfer. He's a skateboarder. He's a guy who wants to live on the edge. He likes the extreme. You know what I mean? And that proved to be a good thing for Tesla. But him coming to Vert Wheeler only sparked something in my mind. Like, why him? Why you had to come to him in person? You know what I mean? But moving on. And also must add, Tesla's a very cryptic dude himself. We don't know that much about Tesla. All we know is this guy who's good with his hands, making robots, also knows how to drive. Just they have the quick, like, calculate. This didn't have like the creative maneuvering of these chosen drivers. That's what he was lacking. But this dude's also a mysterious character, and the sequels, I think they elaborate on that a little bit more. But we're gonna move on. Next we got the Japanese Fonzie. Hey, I'm walking here, huh? Yep, Japanese Fonzie. Typical bad boy. Night street racer. Wise ass. Slightly a-hole at times, but it's very very observant, very very commanding, if that makes sense. He's a born leader. When he talks, you usually follow. Usually. Yeah, but yeah, he's one of the characters in the movie. It's a cool character. And we're moving on. This character is Mark Wilde. I think it's marker for K. I actually put marker for C, but who cares, right? This guy's the runt of the crew. He was chosen too. Chosen for what? For what reason? I don't know. But like I told you, Dr. Tesla is very kind of, you know, picky of who he chose. Because he happens to have a brother who was also chose. This is the brother. The brother is a-hole, but a professional driver. Um, he's good at, not being likable. But yeah, this dude is a very secretive character as well. He's a very mysterious person too. If you watch the movies, you'll know the reason why I'm saying that. But yeah, this dude basically he was chosen because of his skills, of course. He's very confident, but also is a mysterious figure of the night or in the day, depending on who's calling him. We got the Hawaiian chick. She's a very sporty chick, I'm assuming. You know, got a nice vehicle as well. Was chosen for the challenge. Looks like she's good for hands because in the sequel films, she looks like she's a decent mechanic. Moving up, Benji Costello. It's the adventurer seeker. He craves action similar to the main character guy, but this guy always puts his best foot forward. I mean, he's very optimistic. You can see from his smile right here, looking like the dude from what was that TV show? Saved by the Bell. What was his name? Mario Lopez. Yeah, this dude, man. If like you're having a bad day, this dude's energy will get you like up and at him. we got here Alec Wood. This is the main character's best friend, and as the first movie, as you watch it, you'll notice he's racing Vert to Vert's house. I think Vert won. I kind of forgot. But anyway, they was racing to a house, and yeah, these two are very competitive with each other. Like I told you, this is Vert's best friend, and he also was chosen for the challenge. Maybe I'm going on a limb here. Probably chosen because he hangs out with Vert, and Vert, like I told you, he's a many man of many trades: surfing, skateboarding, skating. This dude lives his life doing the extreme. And I guess that proved to be useful for Tesla. Oh, ski, 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 ski. Oh, ski, 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 ski. This dude, man, it's a crocodile bounty hunter. You can, I don't know that what got him chosen. Maybe because he's used to peril. I'm assuming, and he won't flee like on a dime. Thinking these type of scenarios, you might need a guy like this, a guy who faces danger head on. Yeah, well, his name is Skeet. Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. Brian Kadim. Brian Kadim. This is a African descent character. This dude's coming from the Sahara. Found this guy really. It's a cool character, It's coming from some of a village. Looks like he's poverty. It's very impoverished, I guess. and his goal is to bring back home the goods, bring back home the bacon, to share the wealth with his family, and probably, escape the rat hole they're in. Yeah, he was also chosen. But with him, it's interesting. Throughout the anime and movie, he sometimes gets these hallucinate, or I guess he hallucinates by seeing this old figure with a staff, an old man type figure. I guess he's like the leader of his village, and this old man who's blind as well usually would calm his spirits, because at times he feels he's always edgy. He's always like, not edgy, but full of anxious, because he doesn't know if he can do it. He wants to be able to. He wants to accomplish the race and win the money, but he's aware that the other drivers are equally as good as him too. He just doesn't want to fail his people. And this mirage old figure, this man, will appear in front of him and bring him enlightenment. I don't know if this old man's a mystic on some Dragon Ball Z stuff, talking to him telepathically, but yeah, this dude be sitting down meditating, and this old man pops up on him and gives him words of wisdom, or helps him, comprehend how to get around a scenario when he goes back to the realms and tries to beat the track within that realm to get to the next track. That's Brian Kadim for you. Wakanda forever. Jovo. ¿Cómo estás? Bien, gracias. Didn't really elaborate on this character. All I know is he was chosen. Seems like a pretty good team player. I mean, don't know if he made the cut or survived the drive back to headquarters, but yeah, Jovo. Rekas. I never heard a name like that before, but I guess this is Jovo's right hand man. He was chosen too. I guess he's pretty decent in the racing. I don't know what happened to him. Not everybody makes the cut. What I mean by that, not everyone goes back home. Period. But yeah, that's Rakas. Then we got Major Jack Wheeler. Major Jack Wheeler is the main character's father. The militant father who wants his son to stop, thinking he's gonna be young forever, and wants his son to start focusing on a career and life-changing, how do I say it? Life-changing, a duty to serve his future well, because I guess Vert is more on the playful side. He sees life as a ball that you just go out and have a ball, like he doesn't really like waste his time being sad or thinking about financial problems, while Major Jack Wheeler is like, hey, it's only one day you grow up. So basically, I'll say this character is more like I don't want to say completely like this character, but his character is similar somewhat to like a Uncle Ben type of character when he's really the father. So I guess it hits home even a little bit stronger, because Uncle Ben wasn't Peter's father. But since your father telling you this, you have to listen, and it's probably going to be pretty annoying him telling you this, like, son, I don't want you doing that for your rest of your life. I don't want you to be a beach bum, But yeah. But also, this Major Jack Wheeler is also a mysterious character. Like Tesla, And like Kurt Wilde, like there's three very mysterious characters here who got their own agendas, hidden agendas, that if you watch the movies, you'll start to see them unfold. We got the Kurt Wilde, big brother, a-hole, has a secret agenda. Tesla, ringleader, has a secret agenda. And father of Burt Wheeler, who's the main character, has a secret agenda. I don't quite remember. Actually, I do remember how it went. I'm not gonna say it here. You guys have to go watch the movies. But yeah. Finally, we're at Galorum. This chick right here is the big baddie of the whole series. Now, this chick here, she's one of the obstacles within the realms, man. Because if the drivers are not facing the perils of the tracks or, natural disasters of the realm itself, it's her. And this chick here created like robotic Terminator-esque drones, racing drones, to interfere while damaging, like they'll interfere with the drivers by sliding underneath the driver's car, effing up their exhaust pipe or something like that, or pretty much trying to terminate these drivers. And she wants basically to be the one to find the artifact. And surprise, surprise, this chick ain't fully human. This chick turned the drill on herself. It's like a belief system going on here. It's like Team Dr. Tesla versus Team Galorum. Now, Team Galorum, it's all robots. Team Tesla believes, obviously, humans can do certain things that a robot can't. There's certain things, certain quirks a human has, a robot doesn't. While Galorum believes, robots are the future. Robots will be faster in thought. Hence, computer processor. Faster in thought, the better challenger. You know what I mean? But she's repeatedly been proven wrong. Slightly. But yeah, that's her. Galorum, big baddie. And I think at one point, her and Dr. Tesla used to be in the same company. Kind of speaks about that in one of the movie sequels. But yeah, that's Galorum for you. Cyborg, ringleader. Now, you're probably wondering, why the heck is this poster of Power Rangers Turbo? It's on my screen, and the only reason I can tell you is because I think the vehicles in this movie, it's my take, I think they should sound like R2D2. I think they should sound like R2D2, the robot from Star Wars. I think they should make that D2 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 as if they're trying to communicate with the drivers or Dr. Tesla. The reason why I think that would be cool, because that would be new. Instead of trying to talk like a human and making the movie look completely cartoonish, make them do the R2D2. The little beep boop beep 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 boop beep boop beep boop. Make them make that noise and have comprehension and also move somewhat on their own. Of course, they'll be limited to how far they can go or how fast they can go without a driver. But I think Dr. Tesla, if this is the direction the director chosen by the producer, J.J. Abrams, if he went this direction, I think it'll be a pretty cool film. Like, strong backstory, cars that are somewhat sentient, kind of like making these cars your best friend a little bit, like, because they're pretty much learning from the driver, which can be another secret agenda of Dr. Tesla, if I might add. He's on some Space Jam type stuff. He's taking the creativity, well, downloading the creativity through these vehicles into his own supercar to try to gain the artifact himself. You get me? Just thought that I'd put that out there, you know what I mean? Thought that'd be a cool add-on. The graphics. I think the producer should look at Mad Max for a little bit of inspiration. Now they got like what is her name? Furiosa or something like that. I think she look at those graphics in those newer movies, older movies. I think you should look at, you know, the type of CGI and practical effects is used in those movies, and put them in this Hot Wheels movie. I think, I'm telling you, man, the vision I got for this film, it sounds top tier, man. I'm telling you, you got the backstory, you got the cars doing the R2D2 when like trying to communicate with the driver, pretty much creating a bond on some Venom stuff, creating a bond with the driver. And then you got the graphics. They are grounded. That's not goofy, but you've seen the graphics of Mad Max and Furiosa. Them things look nice. We need some of those graphics in this movie, man. We need some of those graphics in this movie. I think it'll be a cream. I think it'll be a cherry on top. I think it would. You know. You're looking at this DeLorean like, why am I looking at DeLorean making fire tracks on the street? Well, it's because unlike Fast and Furious, these vehicles in this universe take something called nitrox. Nitrox make the wheels of the vehicles glow a turquoise, bluish glow, while also streaking the ground with greenish lime looking flames. You know what I mean? That's what that nitrox does. When you press the button, it gives the car like a mega boost. I want to say super boost, mega boost. I think the nitrox in this universe is stronger than the NOS they use in Fast and Furious, even though it makes them go fast. But this thing makes you go like fast. Like your car basically got flames in the wheels when this button's pressed in the vehicle. That nitrox, it's like your car got flames, like the flames you see on Ghost Rider's motorcycle when he's riding that motorcycle. It's kind of like that. Another reason why I'm showing the DeLorean is because DeLorean, with the speed at 88, it seems to open a plushy, swirling portal that appears in front of it, and it just, you know, dives right in there. That's the same thing happens with these vehicles that Tesla created. Once they click that button in their vehicle that says nitrox, the flames turn the car wheels to that turquoise flame flapping, you know, color, and the cars are able to pop wheelies and reach the extreme speeds of 300 miles per hour. Once they reach 300 miles per hour, a portal will form in front of the vehicle like a puddle you threw a pebble in, plushing the mid-air, like basically a ripple is being created, and the car just zooms through. But you have to be 300 miles per hour. That's the difference between the DeLorean and the cars created by Dr. Tesla. And also, I'm going to say it would be pretty cool if these cars created by Dr. Tesla was bullet resistant. Like, through these realms, I'm pretty sure, like I told you, Dr. Tesla, roboticist, physicist, and looks like to be some of a historian. I wouldn't be surprised by creating these cars, man. he went into these realms and found different minerals that are not the same as Earth's minerals, and used those minerals to create these vehicles. And that's why these cars are bullet resistant. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just throwing it out there that they're bullet resistant, but these vehicles created by Dr. Tesla are hard to explode. They need some very serious impact to really explode and kill the driver inside. Well, I mean, that's all I got, man. That's all I have to say on this topic, man. I just think that it'll be a disappointment, man. I don't know how they're gonna be making this movie. Like I told you, I heard ground and gritty. It sounds like they're about to make a simple street racing movie. But then I just go in the category of all the other simple racing movies. I'm not saying that they can have simple races too, because in the animated movie there were just races between, some of the characters out of beef and, cockiness. There were certain races like that, but I'm just saying, like, man, this thing could be cool, man. And the whole suspending belief thing, you can suspend someone's belief if you create the rules of the movie. If you create the rules of the movie, you can suspend belief still, even though they're doing, like, unbelievable feats. It will be awesome because you set up the rules and the rules have not been broken. But yeah, I'ma say I'll be waiting on that trailer when this live action Hot Wheels come out. I'ma say this producer seems to have a good rap sheet. If there's anyone who could do it, I would say he might be that dude. I don't know. All I do know is, like I told you, that backstory is tight. The Accelerons being the Anunnaki in this universe, and Dr. Tesla trying to get to their likelihood sounds like a pretty intriguing story. The story sounds unique. It'll sound it's racing. Don't get me wrong. There's gonna be rivalries and street races just to prove that who's the more, dominant driver and stuff like that. But the overall story is deep. We don't know why Tesla want this ancient artifact to get to the Accelerons, or maybe the Accelerons can help with a problem Dr. Tesla thinks that they can solve for him, that he can't solve himself. Maybe Dr. Tesla sees an upcoming, problem in the future, that he can't seem to, solve, or there will be no, resolution to, you know what I mean? So he thinks he needs the help of the Accelerons. There's many ways they can go with this movie, man. This movie seems it's about racing, but can be beyond. It can be beyond that. But that's my video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed my little random talking, my little, incoherent babbling. Once again, my name's 3Way. And I like to tell you guys to, stay safe. Peace out.